Michael Jackson, a world-famous star whose personal life has been closely examined more than any other famous person, is unexpectedly mentioned in places where you wouldn't expect to hear his name. But why is that? Jackson spent his life overcoming obstacles, dealing with legal issues, and clearing his name repeatedly. So how is it possible that his name shows up in papers connected to Jeffrey Epstein, someone from a completely different background? Join us as we dive deep into legal papers and explore public opinion to find out the real reason behind this strange connection. In 2019 and 2020, the story of Epstein and Maxwell was set to become a major topic, capturing the attention of the media and the public alike. However, Epstein's unexpected death in prison, delays in Maxwell's trial, hiding of official documents, and the secrecy around the involvement of other celebrities led to a decline in public interest. This missed chance for a deeper investigation and holding people accountable is why there's widespread disappointment. As people started to lose interest, the media tried to get their attention back by dragging Michael Jackson's name into controversies, even if he wasn't really connected to them. This approach, meant to make headlines, has worked sometimes and failed at others. On social media, some people who love coming up with theories couldn't even find proof that Jackson had anything to do with Epstein. Another way the media likes to create a buzz is by making a big deal out of the documentary Leaving Neverland. A lot of people see it as a misleading attempt to make money by portraying its main figures in a way that would attract viewers. The film got around laws in both the US and the UK that allow people to say negative things about someone who has died, using Michael Jackson's name to distract from real abuse cases. The people involved with the documentary cut off their financial connection with Jackson after 25 years, something that could only happen because he wasn't around to defend himself. This shows a troubling truth. The documentary probably wouldn't exist if Jackson were still alive. This baseless claim seems to come from a general misunderstanding or wrong interpretation of the facts. There's no evidence that Michael Jackson and Jeffrey Epstein ever met or knew each other. Very few photos or records of Jackson's life include Epstein, and you won't find Epstein's legal papers or Jackson's name linked in any way. This is particularly notable because Jackson was one of the most photographed people in the world, with every move he made being closely followed and recorded. This incorrect conspiracy idea comes from trying to connect people who aren't directly linked, using a method where you try to find connections through other people, like a three-step game. The famous names in Epstein's Black Book don't directly connect to Michael Jackson. Instead, they lead to Samuel Jen, a lawyer for James Miskin, who is the president of a New York real estate company called Plymouth Partners. Miskin has a rocky relationship with Jackson. A report by journalist Roger Friedman about a short meeting between Jackson and Miskin at an event in November 2000, organized by Howard Rubenstein, shows there's no real link between Jackson and Epstein. At that event, Jackson didn't interact with Epstein's circle. Instead, he was there to announce a new charity project with Rabbi Shmuley Boteach. Michael Jackson's short partnership with James Miskin didn't go well and ended badly. Also, Rabbi Shmuley Boteach, like others who wanted to benefit from Jackson's wealth, eventually had a falling out with him because of some questionable financial dealings. Jackson's connections with both men quickly went downhill, resulting in harsh breakups. In a separate event in October 2003, James Miskin and his lawyer, Samuel Jen, claimed that a criminal defense lawyer and his client were trying to extort them. This legal problem showed that Michael Jackson was not directly involved in the illegal business activities that contributed to the downfall of Miskin, Jen, and their association with Jackson. Samuel Jen and Miskin faced serious charges that led to them being disbarred in 2006. However, Jen tried to get his license back in 2015. Due to these events, Miskin and Jen are just two of the many temporary business advisors in Michael Jackson's circle, with Jen serving as Miskin's lawyer. In his 2015 book, MJ: The Genius of Michael Jackson, Steve Knopper further shows the minor roles both men had in Jackson's life. Jackson was only mentioned in passing, and the connections found in Epstein's famous Black Book were actually related to Samuel General. There was no direct communication between Epstein and Jackson because their only connection was indirectly through Jen's client, Miskin. Even though Epstein might not have personally known everyone listed in his famous Black Book, it's basically a contact list. A lot of people in this book had never met Epstein and didn't even know he existed. Having someone's name in this book doesn't mean they were involved with or even knew Epstein. This information is important to remember when looking at the often debunked efforts to link Michael Jackson with Epstein. Due to ongoing battle with Sony Entertainment, Michael Jackson asked a lot of people for financial advice at this time. Epstein was a financier, and that's what he was known for, before being accused. That is what Michael knew him, as since Epstein had not yet been accused. Michael never visited Epstein Island. He only visited Epstein Palm Beach Mansion once to seek financial advice, which has been known for years. During her deposition, Johanna Sjoberg, a victim of Jeffrey Epstein, made it clear that she did not have any sexual encounters with Michael Jackson, nor did she receive a massage from him during her one visit to Epstein's house in Palm Beach. Sjoberg's statement denies any past claims or hints that there was a sexual encounter or massage between her and Michael Jackson. As the world deals with the consequences of Epstein's criminal actions and their impact on many well-known people, it's important to remember the principle that everyone is considered innocent until proven guilty. Currently, the evidence strongly suggests that Michael Jackson did not engage in any illegal activities during his visit to Jeffrey Epstein's home in Palm Beach. The timing of this accusation, coming when Michael Jackson's name was constantly in the headlines due to the controversy sparked by the Leaving Neverland documentary, brings up several questions. The allegations made by Robson in 2013 and Safechuck in 2014 are part of a larger collection of evidence that has been compiled from more than 20 years of thorough investigations and legal scrutiny. To overlook this evidence would be a significant mistake. Trying to make connections based on weak evidence is troubling because it depends on sensationalist media stories and profit-seeking publications, rather than on solid evidence from detailed legal investigations. It's worth pausing to think about why stories on scandals often mention Michael Jackson, while actual dangers from living individuals tend to be overlooked. This situation prompts us to examine the impact of Jackson's legacy on media and public discussions even after his death. As a black man, Jackson has been a convenient subject for sensationalism and blame-shifting, despite being acquitted 14 times and cleared by the FBI.
Many hours of investigation, going to the Philippines, going to Chicago, going all over the country. There's not one scrap of evidence that Michael Jackson ever harmed a child, did anything wrong, committed any crime. It's almost a vindication when you look at this. The FBI looked at all of these matters and said, there's nothing here. And I think that's the most startling thing which I've seen.
Without the ability to legally defend himself or counteract defamation, he's vulnerable. His outspoken stance against corruption in the entertainment industry has led to his being used as a distraction by powerful people within the media and entertainment worlds. This represents a broader issue. The way Jackson is often portrayed plays into an old and harmful stereotype of the black brute, similar to what you see in very old movies like Birth of a Nation. Since Jackson was actually found not guilty, and it seems like there might be a push to take attention away from actual problems in the entertainment industry and other places, it's important to ask why he keeps getting wrongly blamed for so many issues. This habit lets those in charge avoid being looked at closely, while also unfairly damaging Jackson's reputation and shifting focus away from where it really needs to be. It's clear from our discussion that Michael Jackson, who was found innocent of all charges against him, has been unfairly dragged into controversies that don't align with the truth. We've sifted through the facts and seen how easily misunderstandings can lead to misinformation. Remember, it's crucial to look beyond sensational headlines and seek the truth. If you found this breakdown helpful and want to stay updated on more content like this, make sure to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you won't miss out on our future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.